Right, afternoon everyone. Sorry about the wind, just going to have to put up with it. What I was going to talk about is the grazing levels at the moment, what I'm grazing down to. I'm in the new grass paddock, which I did the video about the big news. So this has been grazed. It was grazed 3 days out of it. The first one was across the front and then split the back in half. So what I'm standing in was grazed last 2 days ago. So today's Friday, so it would have been Wednesday they were put in there. So it was been grazed down fairly hard. Harder than what I would have liked. Normally I like to, with the new grass, I like to leave it a bit longer. Just not hammer it too much, but you can see it's what it was taken down to. You can see the urine patches, you know, they've left them a bit longer, or where they've cracked. See around here, they've left a bit more length on it. So ideally that's almost what I would have been going for, but when the herd gets a bit bigger, it's hard to, when you're break feeding them, it's hard to get it right. Everyone does it slightly different. I like to leave a bit more, and the reason why I'm leaving a bit more at the moment is because we've got so much grass. We've got a lot of long grass. I'm just taking the top off it generally, and just looking after those paddocks. So the paddock that I give them in the morning, I'm giving them, you know, they come from the cow shed, they go into their paddock, and I'll take them off that paddock when I'm happy with what it's grazed down to, and then I'll put them in their night paddock, and generally that one gets grazed down a bit harder because you can't control that one as easy because you're not awake. So I'll take you over to that paddock just there, and that one there was grazed 4 days ago, 3 or 4 days ago. I didn't graze it as hard, and you can see what the regrowth is like. So the reason why I'm not grazing it down too hard at the moment, because by the time we get on to our next round, they're going to start cleaning it up a bit more. You're going to have more cows in the paddock, so they're going to start eating a bit more, and we're still going to get through September, which can be cold. Even October can be cold, and here in Waihi, you know, it can be cold, or else we could be cutting silage in October. So, you know, our round's going to be getting faster as the rest of the cows calve, and they're going to start cleaning paddocks up a bit better. So leaving a bit of rubbish behind at the moment is not a big deal. You know, don't get concerned about it, because yeah, they'll clean it up next round, and the round after that, well, you're going to be taking paddocks out for silage if it warms up enough. So you know, don't need to people worry about quality too much, but you do need to look after your grass. And I would say that we're not losing quality. The cows are still milking fine. Decking your paddocks all the time isn't good. Ideally, during calving with the dry cows, if you could have a big barn like over in Europe somewhere, or in America, and graze your cows on a paddock for 3 hours and then stick them in the barn, just to keep them off the grass, but we can't all do that. Alright, so this here is a paddock that was grazed 4 days ago. You can see they've left quite a bit behind, and you know, people wouldn't be happy about this. This is a big no-no. But you look at all the grass that's been nipped off, it's just rocketing away. And I think you know, some people like to really bear their grass down, so it's like that. And you know, with plants, they photosynthesis. If you got a bit of leaf, it's going to help the grass catch that sunlight and help it grow. Sorry about the wind, it's just the time of the year. So you can see the difference here. You got the new grass paddock, which got eaten down a bit harder. it's not how I'd like it. And then we've got this paddock here which was eaten down not very hard at all, and you can see the difference in the growth. Even though that one there is only a couple of days behind being grazed, this one here has still got more grass than what that will in a couple of days. I hope people are understanding what I'm saying. I feel like I ramble on a bit and I go back over things that I've already covered. But how we do it here, you know, that's how I do it. Other farmers do it different, and if it works for them, it works for them. I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm just saying this is my personal opinion on how we should look after grass, how we graze it. And obviously we can't graze it like this all year, you know, leaving a longer residual, because the grass is going to slow down, the grass is going to speed up in its growth, the growth rate, so it's always changing. So, you know, yeah, you're always getting a bit short on feed sometimes, so, you know, the cows eat more out of the paddock. So yeah, hope that helped. James O'Brien asked me how the cows graze this new grass paddock. Yeah, I'm happy with how they grazed it out. I would have liked it left a bit longer, but I'm not too worried about, you know, how it looks. I have sprayed it with urea, and I've sprayed this paddock here with urea and Jib Grow. Don't do the Jib Grow on the new grass. But that's only been it was done, actually sprayed yesterday morning, this urea. So yeah, there's a bit of rambling on. Hope it's helpful. Leave your some comments or questions below, and tell me what you think. Rate it, give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. Yeah, let me know. Thanks for watching. Catch you somewhere else on the farm.